Hey everybody, Michael Snyder. Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today's June 8th. I am back home as of this morning, flooded Denver this morning, and I did a few storm chase days there out across the Great Plains. I may go back out there a little bit later here this week. We'll see how that goes, but it is good to be home. I'm going to kick this video out. A little bit tired here. I had to wake up super early, and of course during storm chase season out there, you don't get much sleep. But anyway, let's take a look at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see we've got a ridge of high pressure kind of dominating our weather. Some warm days incoming here, and we'll see what is to come because we got some big changes as we go through this upcoming week, and we'll explore some of those details here as well. Thunderstorm activity, nothing here for the Pacific Northwest. You had to go across California, Nevada, or way up across Alberta to get any of that thunderstorm activity. That may change over the next few days, but as you can see, this is the visible satellite imagery right now. There is this stratus layer. It is burning off and kind of moving off the coastline a bit there, and you can see severe clear across a lot of Washington, hardly a cloud to be had. You can see the gorgeous snow-capped mountains of British Columbia, Washington, down in Oregon. And if you're wondering what this is trapped on the east side of the Rockies, that is smoke from some fires up across Canada, and you can see how some of that's been wrapped up, it looks like, into this low. And yeah, you can see on the east side of the Rocky Mountains there, kind of some unfavorable conditions in the atmosphere, some smoky conditions. No doubt doesn't smell that great. But yeah, otherwise here across the Pacific Northwest, things are quite clear. And I'll go over a little bit of a dust devil forecast as we go through today's video because prime conditions out there will exist for today. Man, I wish I could be out there. Now, taking a look at the Patreon page, if you want to help support the channel, go here. The link is down below. You can send me images by going to the community tab. It's free to join, or you can donate some of your hard-earned money if you really so desire to help the channel. Now, thunderstorm activity, you can see some of this kind of trying to bubble into southern Oregon there. And on day 2, let me update that. That should update. That does move into the southern Oregon and maybe some of the central Oregon Cascades. This would be for tomorrow. And day 3, it starts to include portions of eastern Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. There's even a marginal risk there, probably just a wind threat from that. But again, some stronger thunderstorms are possible as we go on in through the day Tuesday afternoon. Now, looking at 500 millibar heights, you can clearly see this ridge dominating the Pacific Northwest. Hawaiian Islands at the bottom left. This is the Pacific Ocean. And again, this ridge will be with us through the day today. It starts to weaken a bit as we go through tomorrow. We're going to start to bring some onshore flow and start to cool things down as we go through this week. And then look at this, the blue blobs. I get a lot of comments about this, bring back the blue, and you can really see this trough setting up shop here off the west coast of North America as we go through the end of the week and through the upcoming weekend. So if you like the heat, you're not going to like the change coming here. But if you want to get back to mossback conditions here across Pacific Northwest, this is your kind of thing, because we are going to definitely cool things down from where we are going to be for the next couple of days. So taking a look at the European, put this into motion. And again, this is some of that thunderstorm activity this afternoon, just touching into southern Oregon Cascades. And as we go through tomorrow, Monday, it does start to creep into some of the southern Cascades as well. But as we go through Tuesday afternoon, that starts to move up across some of Oregon, Idaho, and towards the Rocky Mountains of Montana as well. Wednesday, you can see a bit more active day here, eastern Oregon. This would be the conditions for thunderstorms in some portions of Idaho. And again, some of the Rocky Mountains as we go through Wednesday afternoon. But you notice we're not looking at a lot of precipitation for Portland, Willamette Valley, Western Washington, or Southwest BC for that matter. But the trough will be with us as we go through the end of the week, and that may change things up a bit. You can kind of see the spin in the atmosphere. Some showers kicking off across the higher terrain, definitely cooling things down, but it's still not looking like a big precipitation maker for Seattle or Portland for that matter. When we take a look at the next 15 days, this is a gold standard. The European ensemble mean this is yesterday afternoon's run. This goes out 15 days, and look at this signal for below normal conditions. We're already pretty dry during the month of June, so this is starting to get a little bit concerning there. We'll check out the drought monitor here later this week as well and see what they update. But if we look at the national blend of models, this is for today, Sunday, June 8th. Look at Seattle. You're punching up towards 90 for Tacoma, Olympia, mid-90s for Portland. Look at some of these upper 90s here from Washington. And again, near the dryland farming out there, Ritzville, Washington, just really a prime dust devil day. If you get a chance, it's still only 10:30 when I'm doing this briefing. If you're out in this area, go out and check out and go back on some of the back roads there near Packard and whatnot, north of Ritzville. Man, you might get a show today with some big boys rolling around the landscape and the countryside there. Now, looking for Monday's temperatures here, you see we cooled things down a little bit west of the cat, or just a hair. I mean, barely even worth noticing, really. And look at these temperatures, 105 there, 104 for the Tri-Cities, almost up towards 100 for Boise. Very warm conditions. We go through Tuesday. We knock those temperatures down a little bit, but still over 100 for some locations. Seattle down to 81, Portland some mid and upper 80s. We go through Wednesday. You see things, the gradual cool down is coming. Thursday, look at that, 71 only for Seattle, 69 for Vancouver, BC, and some mid-70s. Still quite comfortable here, but yeah, we're definitely going to be cooling things down. There's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You see no big heat wave after this one in the next forecast for the next 10 days or so, and we'll continue to watch that as we go. Now, the European ensemble mean, this is last night's run as well. And again, really good agreement on this trough setting up shop here along the west coast of North America as we go through this upcoming weekend. And you can clearly see this reflected in the European ensemble means temperatures for Seattle. Look at this today, tomorrow, Monday. Look at Tuesday, then the gradual cool down and kind of staying down here as we got some troughing around. And again, we'll just watch this over the next few days and see how this trends. Same thing for Spokane. These very warm days will give away to much more seasonal and probably below normal temperatures for some portions of the Pacific Northwest. Now, look at the artificial intelligence. Let's go at 15 days here. And if I scroll through, you can kind of see that next trough starting to move down as we go through Thursday and Friday, setting up shop across Western Canada. And definitely no big ridge or no big heat dome here for the Pacific Northwest all the way on in through June 19th. And I don't know, maybe a little ridge in here across some of the desert Southwest. How far north will that extend? Who knows at this time frame? But you see the lower heights there across portions of Canada would keep some onshore flow going as we go on in through the second half of June. But still, the European extended as of a couple days ago. Let's see if that updates. No, it has not. But you can still see over the next 46 days or so, it still has this very dry signal here for the Pacific Northwest. Take that with a grain of salt, but still don't like to see it. Now, looking at that dust devil forecast, this is one of the first things I look at when forecasting dust devils. You need light wind. You want that thermal layer at the surface to really get ramped up, and you want it to get deep. And then the differential heating in some of these fields out there will make all the difference, and you'll start to spawn some really big dust devils out there, like mini tornadoes. Very fun chasing conditions out there. So again, as we go through this afternoon, here we are about we're looking at about 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. prime dust devil time, again, across portions of Ritzville and north. Very light northerly winds. This is really going to spawn some big boys out there. So again, if you're out in that area, get out there and enjoy the dust devil show. And I'll show you what's wrong with Monday, even though we got another very warm day. You see these winds out there as we go through the morning hours on Monday. This will strip the heat off the fields and keep those thermals from building and will not allow the development of those big dust devils. You'll see some out there rolling around, of course, but they will not be the size that they are today. Again, a prime dust devil chasing day here today. Now, looking at percentage of average precipitation since April 1st, as you can see, the Pacific Northwest, virtually the entire area has been below normal since April 1st. Not a good look there. Many areas 50% below normal, and that trend looks to continue. If we go back to January 1st, average temperature departure from average. You can kind of see the mixed bag here, but some areas have been below normal since January 1st. Sorry, got somewhere on the mind. But yeah, kind of typical for a La Nina year to be below normal once you go past the new year, but kind of a mixed bag look there as well. And this is departure from average since April 1st. Mostly above normal here across much of the region. The yellow is 0 to 2 above normal, and once you get to orange, it's 2 to 4 above normal. So most of the Pacific Northwest has been above normal. There's the 6 to 10 day. You can see the trough shaping up here as we go through the mid portion of the month. There's the 6 to 10 day. That strong below normal signal continues to exist. Has this not been updated? No, that does not. Okay, so there we go with the troughing here. I was wondering about that. Didn't make much sense. But you can see the above average signal there, but still not a lot of areas are going to get a bunch of precipitation out of this. So I don't know. The Climate Prediction Center might need to revise this forecast. We'll see what they do today, and we'll revisit that tomorrow. So the artificial intelligence over the next few days, you can really see, again, you have to go over 300 hours out to bring a system in there. And that would be a fairly wet one for Seattle and Portland. But again, that's way off into the forecast. And if we go out through about June 14th, not much in the way of precipitation here over the next week or so. Anyway, glad to be home here. I'll get back into my normal schedule and get these briefings out daily. Try to get my stuff fixed so next time I go out in the plains, I can continue to forecast. But otherwise, hope you guys are having a good day. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.